Ohio. Faisalabad, the city and the administrative center of the district of the same name located in the Pakistani province of Punjab. The third largest city of Pakistan after Karachi and Lahore. According to the University of Faisalabad, the city which is known as Faisalabad now conducts the history since the 18th century when this earth was inhabited by a number of the tribes living due to afforestation. A detailed description of this region on cards appeared only after the victory over the Sikh Empire in 1849 during the Second English-Sikh War when it passed under management of the British East Indian Company. Construction of the new city of strategic appointment in this area was offered in 1880 by the British colonial officer, the Captain Pockamian. The idea was nominated to a statement to the Governor of Punjab Charles James Lyell. They worked on creation of the city together. Planning of the city was based on a flag of Great Britain, 8 main roads dispersed from the center where the Tower with Towers was located. Subsequently 8 roads turned into 8 markets. In 1892 the British Empire decided to include recently built city in the railway system. In 1895 the railway line was complete, allowing trains to go to Faisalabad. The same year the city is decided to be called in honor of Sir James Lyell for his merits in colonization of the lower part of the Valley Chenab. In 1896 Lyell received the status district zone technical force, and his administration was located in the territory of modern Tarikabad. A tower with towers and the fountain on the main square were constructed on the funds allocated by the big landowner Sir Charles Rivas. In 1904 the new district of Lyell consisting of the same name technical force and Samundri's Texel and Toba was created. By 1906 the headquarters of the district began to function in Lyallpur, and all markets and settlements within the Belt Road were closed to end. Same year Sir Lewis Dane founded the Agricultural College nowadays known as the University of Agriculture. The industry began to gain strength in the city after opening of Lyell Persky cotton factory in 1934. Then opening of several more enterprises connected with cotton processing and also expansion of food and chemical industry followed. In 1943, Muhammad Ali Jinnah visited Lyallpur and made a speech at a meeting more than 2 million people in Dobie Gad grounds within the Pakistani movement which fought for creation of the independent Muslim state. With the partition of the British India in 1947, Lyallpur passed under jurisdiction of the new government. In 1977 the city was renamed into Faisalabad in honor of the King of Saudi Arabia Faisal, who is very respected in Pakistan. In the 80s the city accepted large foreign investments. The bigger number of Faisalabadites began to work abroad while bilateral ties improved in the conditions of the new power. It resulted in bigger quantity of the money returning to the city that contributed to the development of the region. In 1985 the city was raised to a division with districts Faisalabad, Zong and Toba. On March 8, 2011 in Faisalabad there was an act of terrorism. The gas station with natural gas and the government buildings which are near her became the purpose of the attack. As a result of the attack 25 people died, about 100 more got wounds of various degrees of severity. Buildings of the Inter-Services Intelligence and Airline Pakistan International Airlines sustained damage. Now the economy of Faisalabad continues to grow with the help of both new infrastructure and the new highway connecting the city with the rest of Pakistan. In the city, the new high-speed highway which will connect Faisalabad to Multan in the south and Islamabad in the north is also under construction. The city is in the province of Punjab, two entre rios of the Chenab rivers in the east part and Ravi in the western part. During a rainy season of Ravi often floods banks and floods neighboring territories, causing damage to a harvest and nearby settlements. The main source of irrigational water is the Chenab Channel. Distance to the largest cities: Karachi, km. Lahore, 128 km. Islamabad, 350 km. The downtown is located at the height of 171 m above sea level. One of the first planned cities of the British India, originally it was developed for 20,000 people. However, as the earth was fertile, people from rural areas moved to the city. During independence, finding the population practically doubled, having risen from 69930 people in 1941 up to card in 1951 as a result of migration of refugees from India. Industrial Revolution had also strong impact on growth of the population, and 1961 it exceeded 400,000 people. Population 2015.3419752. The main religion is Islam, which is practiced by 98.0% of the population of the city, and also small Christians of minority 1.8%. And other religions 0.2%. Mainly Sikhs and Ahmadis. Most of Muslims belong to Sunnites and Hanafita, with a small amount of Shiites. According to a population census of Pakistan of 1999, speak Punjabi to 87% of the population. Faisalabad, being the second largest city of the province of Punjab, shows a big variety of Punjabi of dialects in different districts of the city. Also Dogra used. Urdu, the being state language, owns most of the population, but generally uses the second language. Education. University of Agriculture of Faisalabad. University of Faisalabad. Research Institute of Agriculture. Medical College of the Province of Punjab. Branch of Princeton University. National University of the Textile Industry. And others. Economy and Industry. After obtaining independence by Pakistan, in the city there was well-developed textile industry. Textiles are produced both by the industrial enterprises and thousands of small family business, and make 68% of volume of export. Also chemical, food, pharmaceutical industry is developed. Thanks to good irrigation of the soil, earth of Faisalabad are very fertile. It is one of the most developed agricultural regions. Wheat and cotton is grown up. Faisalabad is well known for the fruit. Oranges, bananas, apples, tangerines, mango, guava and sugar cane. Near the city there is one of the largest rice factories of Pakistan. In 10 km from the city the central prison of Faisalabad is located. The climate of Faisalabad, dry desert. On classification of climates of Kyapan, very hot in the summer, and in the winter temperature can fall below zero. A record of the maximum temperature in the summer -50 C, Labama least temperatures in the winter near 2 C. Averages the maximum and minimum temperatures in the summer -39 C and 27 C, in the winter -17 C and 6 C respectively. The summer begins since April and proceeds till September. May, June and July, the hottest months. The winter begins since November and proceeds till March. December, January and February the coldest. The Sredni amount of precipitation reaches about 300 mm and has pronounced seasonal nature, about a half of annual quantity drops out in July and August. Transport. Recently built autobahns connect Faisalabad to Lahore, Multan, Sargodha and Islamabad. The international airport of Faisalabad is in 10 km from the city. The railway station built in colonial times connects Faisalabad to the main cities of Pakistan. Culture. Faisalabad is often called by Manchester of Pakistan. As Lahore is focused on tourism, then Faisalabad, generally the industrial and agricultural center. In the city there is a cricket stadium Iqbal. Famous people. Singh, Bakagat. 1907-1931. The participant of the liberation anti-colonial movement in India. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. 1948-1997. Is the Pakistani singer. Harb Karim. 1995-2012. The most young certified professional of Microsoft in the world. Aryan Singh. 1919-2017. Is the Marshal of Aircraft of the Indian Air Force. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.